Hello, hi. I still feel very awkward filming videos talking about stuff, but I have gotten a lot of questions asking how I made my Nimona cosplay. And for me, I don't very often make full cosplays from scratch. I just kind of find stuff at secondhand and in my own closet, and I put it all together. And that's exactly what I did with my Nimona cosplay. So I'm thinking we're gonna together break down this cosplay to its core parts and just talk about how I did them. Hopefully that might give you some inspiration on how to make your own Nimona cosplay or any other character for that matter. So first off, the wig. It's been in a bag for a while, so it might need some tender love. But this is the wig I use for my Nimona cosplay. It's actually a really old wig that I just cut a bunch in the back and then I painted some of it with acrylics, which works really well. So my tip is just to reuse old wigs, because when you're a cosplayer and when you have been a cosplayer for a while, you will probably have a bunch of wigs that you don't use very often anymore. So maybe this isn't the perfect color, but it's a big plus that I could reuse an old wig that I wasn't using anymore. And then there's the makeup. I will put some pictures here and there. Maybe you can get some inspiration. It's basically just pink eyebrows, some cool eyeshadow, and freckles. The freckles are the most important thing, in my opinion. And then there's the teeth. I have this little box of plastic teeth. Okay, I got it. I survived. I make teeth like fangs and vampire teeth and stuff out of these. The plastic beads that melt in hot water and then you can form them into a bunch of different stuff. There are a bunch of great tutorials and articles about how you use them, so I'll try to link some of them in the description. And then there's the choker, and the one I'm using, it doesn't look at all like the one she actually has in the movie, but you know, why not put some of your own flair to it? The most important thing isn't to be canon. The most important thing is to make a cosplay that you think looks good. I have this choker and I made it out of an old belt, which was very easy. Just cut some parts out so it's not too long and then just get it together. I don't know how to explain, but yeah, an old belt turned into a choker. Then there's the shirt, which is a very important part of this cosplay. It's actually a t-shirt from the beginning, and I cut off the sleeves to turn it into a tank top. You could easily find something like this on secondhand and just turn it into Nimona's shirt, or you could probably sew something like this on your own. This is not a difficult thing to sew if you just know how to use a sewing machine. I added the stitches in the front with some yarn, very simple. And then I made these shoulder things out of old pop tabs, and I just used yarn to kind of sew them together. And on the back I decided to add a patch, a back patch, and if you want to do something like this, it's super simple. Just cut out a piece of fabric and draw whatever you want on it with acrylic paint or markers. And markers won't hold, like if you try to wash the shirt. I used both acrylic paint and markers, so if I try to wash this, it's gonna all be blurred out. That's why I only sewed it on very, like with big stitches with yarn. So if I want to wash this shirt, I can take off the back patch, wash the shirt, and then put the back patch back on. Now that we're done with the shirt and everything here, we're gonna get into the hip area, and with my cosplay, I'm wearing lots of belts and lots of accessories over here, so it's a lot to go through, but we're gonna get into it. So when I put the cosplay on, the first layer I put on is this short skirt. So it's shorts in the front and skirt in the back, which I think is super comfortable and also fits Nimona very well. You could easily find something like this on secondhand. I got it from a friend who just didn't want it anymore because it didn't fit them. And it wasn't a part of a cosplay or anything, but I just saw this and I was like, yeah, that's a good base layer for this cosplay. So yeah, everything doesn't always have to be accurate, just as long as you feel that it fits. On top of that, I wear this, which is an old pillowcase that I cut apart, sewn together like this. Put some straps there, like this, and it looks sort of like an armor thing. You could use this kind of fabric. You could probably find this in a fabric store, or as I said, like cutting apart something old that you don't need anymore. For example, some kind of party dress or a pillowcase or anything, and just put together two pieces like this. And on top of that, I'm wearing a bunch of old worn out purple fabric. This is actually an old pair of pants that I cut apart because I didn't need them anymore. And then I just kind of, you know, put them on like this, tie a little knot, put it here, and one more. Some nice layers, you know, we love layers. And on top of that, I'm wearing 3 different belts. And these are just belts that I got, like these are out of my own closet, you know. I got them for my birthday and found them on secondhand and stuff like that. So one is this silver metal belt, and then there's this one. And lastly, this one that has a bike chain on it. Find some nice belts on secondhand and put them on. Lastly, there's the shoes. And these are also just from my own personal closet. You know, it's not exactly cosplay shoes. They're just regular shoes that I used to wear a lot, but now I don't really wear them that often. But I thought, okay, well, they fit for this cosplay. Oh, and don't be afraid to add accessories and stuff. For example, I usually wear this earring when I cosplay Nimona, because I feel like it's her style, and maybe some gloves. Of course, headphones, and these are also just like my normal headphones. They're not specifically for the cosplay, I just feel like they fit. So that's it really. It's not more complicated than that. Just, you know, break down all the parts of the cosplay that that you can see on the character. Break it down and take one part at a time. Suddenly you will have all the parts and put it all together. So to anyone who's cosplaying Nimona, good luck to you. I'm sure you will look amazing, and feel free to ask any questions in the comments, and I will do my best to answer them. Bye!